Okay, teachers, the end of the school year is so close. You can probably taste it right about now. Here's the thing though, as we wind down the school year, we also start to plan end of the year activities and probably classroom parties, which those in themselves can offer a whole nother level of stress. Like there's not enough going on right now, right? So in this post, we're going to share our best tips and tricks with how to make the end of the year as smooth as possible. So first and foremost, instead of getting all crazy and looking at what other teachers are doing online, focus on keeping things simple. Simple crafts, maybe a storytelling activity. All of these things are minimal work on your end, and if it's stressing you out, find something different. I do have to share this book though. You can find this online on YouTube actually. This is such a great go-to. I love reading, having the actual book and reading it rather than just showing the online because the rhythm is amazing. The kids will start to fill in the words as you read it out loud. The things a string can be. And then of course at the end, you give them string and paper and they create what they want their string to be. If they're old enough, have them write about it too. This next one is all about managing your time. You want to plan ahead, right? If you only have a couple of weeks left, start mapping out what you're going to do or what needs to be done on each day. Figure out what materials you're going to need, if it's a special activity, how much time is it going to take during your day. However, don't go too overboard with this. Try and be consistent with your students' routines as much as possible. It's going to save you a whole lot less stress if you know every day math, reading, science are all coming at certain times of the day. It will also make them more comfortable too, because although you might be planning fun lessons, not that every lesson isn't fun, but although you're planning fun lessons, they know the schedule already. So that will help them with the consistency and hopefully keep their behavior on track. Our next tip is get your students involved. Ask for their input. See what kind of activities maybe they've done in the past, if they're second or third graders that they've enjoyed, or maybe they have heard their friends talk about activities. If you're getting too many ideas, hold a class vote. Students love to vote on things, whether it's just put your heads down, no peeking, raise your hand, tally it that way, or you give them a slip of paper and let them pick activity 1, activity 2, activity 3. They love to take votes. It empowers them and helps to really establish that community in your classroom. You also want to keep your activities as educational as possible. It might be through science experiments or math games, or maybe you're getting your students outside a little more to get them some interaction and move their bodies, which is great, but keep it educational. Your principal will be so thrilled that you're still teaching standards and objectives all the way up until the end of the year. Plus, you won't feel like you're wasting time playing, although I think there's so much to be learned through play, but you understand what I'm saying. Keep it educational, try and meet those objectives, and just have fun. And as soon as it feels overwhelming and it's not feeling like it's fun, take a step back and reevaluate how you want to proceed. Okay, now here are our best 5 end of the year activities that you can do pretty stress-free. First and foremost, invite your students to a class picnic, right? Yes, you might have to give up your lunch, or maybe not. Maybe you have them bring an extra snack to school and you do your picnic on a gorgeous day. If you know you have a gorgeous day coming, if you live in an area where the weather is, starting to become sunnier and brighter and you want to be outside more, organize a class picnic. It could be during your lunch and you eat lunch and then maybe do outdoor activities with them afterwards. Or you could send them to lunch so you have that downtime, and then maybe early afternoon, you take them outside, find a special spot for your class to sit and just have a light snack or an afternoon snack with them. They will love just being outside. They will love if you have them bring their beach towel in, just getting that chance to eat on their towel and just relax. This next idea is a classroom talent show. This one is great if you have a rainy day. You can have your students Show off their talents if they want to. Don't force them. If they don't want to, if they're introverts, it's okay. They don't have to. But so many of our students do love sharing their talents and skills. Maybe it's teaching an art lesson, how to draw. Maybe it's singing a song or reading a poem or reading from their favorite book. Whatever talent that they would like to display with their class, this is a great activity to do anytime, but especially if it's a rainy day, it'll give them something to look forward to. You might also consider having your students create a memory book. This could involve pictures from throughout the school year. It could just be pages and the class gets to leave notes. Of course, you as a teacher want to leave a special note too. You might have a page in there that says my favorite thing I did in such and such grade is. Anything to foster those memories from this past school year and give them a nice keepsake to keep with them for years to come. You can also do a read-a-thon. This is another activity. It's a great indoor or outdoor activity. You have your students bring in their favorite books that they love to read. You can read from a little bit from each student's book that they read in throughout the school day, but also give them that independent reading time, right? Let them just sit and explore books. Perhaps they rotate and look at other students' books too, and just really have fun embracing the end of the year and still kind of encouraging them to read during the summer. This is a great way to do it. Again, have them go outside, read outside. They love that. Another super fun way to keep your students engaged and still cover those objectives are STEM activities. Whether you use a book to base a lesson off of, or you just kind of Google STEM activities for whatever grade you're in, you could set up centers around your classroom. The other thing is if you Google instant challenges, there's a step-by-step procedure and walking you through the process of instant challenges. The only thing is when you're doing these, you do have to know ahead of time so that way you can have the materials and supplies ready to go. But super fun and engaging way to wind down the school year. You could do these once a week. You could do them once a day. Your students will love it. Okay, and now we're going to share our top 5 end of the school year classroom party tips. We're going to keep this simple, short, and sweet, and that is tip number 1. If your party is extending beyond an hour, you need to revamp. You want to keep their schedule, again, as smooth as possible. You don't want it to be a full day of party, 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 party. You will be ready to pull your hair out by the end of the day. Keep it short and sweet. 30, 45 minutes. Keep it simple and do not drag it out because you don't know what else to do. We're giving you all these tips. Figure out what else you're going to do during your day. The actual party should be, about a half hour, I would say. The next tip is delegate tasks. Your students themselves are a great resource. They love helping. So if it comes to you want to decorate the room, have them help you decorate. If you don't feel comfortable with your students, maybe they're too young, then invite a parent or two to come in or ask older kids in the building to come in and help you. You would be amazed at what older students can do and how creative they can be. And they love getting out of class. So delegate, delegate, delegate. Save yourself the time and the hassle and the stress. Use your resources. This one you hear me say in almost every video. Make sure you set clear expectations. Yes, it is their party and it is the end of the school year, but they still need to remember your routines and your rules and your procedures for how to behave appropriately even during a party, okay? Remind them of this before you start. Keep everything clear and concise so everybody is on the same page. If behavior gets out of hand, give the consequence, right? It might just be they're sitting on the sidelines for 5-10 minutes, whatever it is, till they can regroup and come back and join the fun appropriately. Okay, and next is if you are able to have extra snacks during your classroom party. I know not every school is allowed to bring in food, but if you are able to provide food for them, try and keep it a healthy snack, as healthy as possible. Show them that eating healthy can be fun. I guarantee you just the fact that they're getting something special treat, even if it's a healthy one, they're going to love it because it's eating when it's not lunchtime. What kid doesn't love that, right? But yeah, try and show them that it can be healthy. We don't always have to have, the sugar and the chips and things like that. We can have fun and still be healthy. And finally, Be sure to capture memories. If you can snap some photos, go for it. You'd be amazed by the time those kiddos leave your building how much growth happens in them. And so often, I know teachers in the buildings I've taught in, they come and ask for pictures from when they were in the grade that I was teaching. So try and snap some photos, create those memories, and just keep everything simple, easy, and hopefully fun along the way. Okay, so those are our tips and tricks for hopefully a very smooth end of the school year. You want to be relaxed, calm, and still celebrate all the accomplishments that have happened this school year. You are an amazing teacher. Your students are so lucky to have you. Just go out and, plan ahead, be consistent, keep things simple, and enjoy the ride. Okay, hopefully all those tips and tricks help you for a very smooth end of the school year. If you like what you're hearing, let us know in the comments. Reply to this video, share with us what ideas or takeaways you had. Be sure to subscribe, give us a follow so that way you get these videos every week. And if you want to go a step further and you want more support with classroom management, because let's face it, in this day and age, who couldn't use more support with classroom management? This is what we do. We support primary teachers by mastering their classroom management, It's all done during contracted hours. We will begin in June and July, just kind of setting up the vision for the upcoming school year. So our membership will begin in June. You can get access for a full year. No matter when you join, it'll be a full year for $97. And let me tell you, teachers have been loving the way everything is set up. You get a Google form, you tell us about your students' needs or classroom routines, whatever your issues are that you need the support in. We reply to you through videos. We look for trends from other teachers. And every week you will get a classroom management strategy video to boost your confidence and to hopefully alleviate stress on your end, because you're going to get the skills and new techniques to master your classroom management. What's more is, as soon as you join the membership, you will get access to the student behavior scenario of the day cards. These digital cards are absolutely just a game changer when it comes to classroom management. You will take 5 minutes of your classroom meeting time every single day of the school year, set a behavior expectation, use the discussion questions on the cards to foster the conversation and to teach your students how to meet those expectations. We even went a step further because sometimes teachers didn't know what to do when certain things would happen in their classroom. And we set up a teacher suggestion page where you can follow the guidelines on this page and get consequences or direction with how to proceed and handle situations in your classroom. Teachers have been loving these cards, and you can only access them when you join the membership. So it's worth the price of admission just to get the cards. And of course, if you didn't know, I also organize a Mastering Classroom Management book club through Facebook. It's all free. You literally can search Classroom Management Book Club in Facebook, and the group should pop up. When you sign up, you will get in on our private group. We are going to do 2 books this summer, and you come and you read the book. You can come and chat with us via Zoom. We'll do 2 sessions at least, maybe 3, but probably more than likely 2. 3 was a lot last summer. And just kind of learn from other colleagues. It's a great way to meet teachers from across the country, interact, and just kind of have fun and talk about the book. So again, just search it on Facebook. I'll put the link down below too, though. And we would love to have you in our book club. So we have over 220 teachers. So join us. It's a great experience. It's absolutely free just because we just like hanging out and talking classroom management and learning new strategies. Okay, that's all for now. Be sure to come back next week. We will continue talking about end of the year classroom management tips and tricks to wind down the school year as smooth as possible. I'm Lauren Vegan. I am the founder of Lesson Plan Toolbox. If you need anything, you know where to find us, lessonplantoolbox.com.